The annual Horse Racing Ireland Awards took place in the magnificent Round Room in Dublin's Mansion House and was attended by a galaxy of Irish racing stars past and present. This year's richly deserved recipient of the Contribution to the Industry Award is Jessica Harrington, and the Queen of Commonstown has long been established as one of the most gifted dual-purpose trainers in the country. Jessica was delighted to receive her award after what has been a tough year, and she's looking forward to training many more winners in the future.
It's amazing actually to get it, and I didn't really have much idea until suddenly Barry was there and Robert was there, and I thought, oh, what's going on here? I've been very lucky, and they're really, I'm only as good as the horses I get sent, and it's really down to the owners. You know, and without owners you don't have horses.
For the second time, Ballinrobe is the winner of the Horse Racing Ireland Racecourse of the Year award. Ballinrobe previously won the award in 2013, the first year it was presented, and racecourse manager John Flannelly was delighted to accept the award on behalf of his talented team.
We've great people down there. We have a serious committee, a very forward-looking committee, and if it's good for racing and it's good for Ballinrobe, they do it. It takes good staff to run a racecourse, and we have brilliant staff. We're a fair distance away from all the horses that are up in the Curragh and down in Cork and whatever. So when people come to us, we have to look after them. We have to have right ground for them. We have to have facilities right for them. And we want them to come back to Ballinrobe. And they do. They appreciate it from what we hear. And long may that last.
Aidan O'Brien wins the Flat Award. Auguste Rodin gave Aidan a record 9th Epsom Derby success and his 17th winner at the Breeders' Cup in early November. And the following afternoon he was crowned champion trainer for the 26th time. His wife Anne-Marie accepted the award on Aidan's behalf. And it was Auguste Rodin who won the Horse Racing Ireland Horse of the Year award. Winner of the Epsom Curragh Derby Double, he also won the Royal Bahrain Irish Champion Stakes, and a win in the Breeders' Cup Turf at Santa Anita in early November was the icing on the cake.
Superstar. I mean, it was an incredible comeback after winning 2 derbies, and you know, when he's had those 2 setbacks in the Guineas and the King George, the Champion Stakes at Leopardstown was a bit nerve-wracking for everybody, but incredible performance. And then to go and do it in America in the Breeders' Cup, it was so exciting. And I suppose we thought at one stage he was going to head to Tipperary to Coolmore, but I'm afraid we went back to Aidan, and I think Aidan has high ambitions for him next year, and he's a horse with so much quality, and he's so beautifully bred. We're looking forward to getting him in Coolmore someday when Aidan's finished, but look, it's great. He has that incredible pedigree.
The winner of the National Hunt Award is Paul Townend. Paul enjoyed a terrific year. He emerged as the leading rider at Cheltenham for a 3rd time before being crowned Irish champion jockey for the 6th time with a total of 107 winners. The 4th occasion that Paul has reached 3 figures for a domestic season. His winning ride on Cheltenham Gold Cup hero Galopin Des Champs was the highlight for him.
The Gold Cup probably stands alone. It's the pinnacle of our sport, I suppose, but I was fortunate to win an Irish National, which is very important as well. Very hard race to win, very important race, and yeah, it's not till you stand back and reflect on the year, I suppose. Look, it resonates how privileged a position I'm in to be riding such horses for such a great man and such a great team in Closutton.
There could only ever have been one winner of the Flat Achievement Award, and it went to Wesley Joyce, who completed a truly remarkable comeback when returning to race riding in the latter half of the 2023 flat season. Wesley had suffered a serious injury at the 2022 Galway Festival and was on the sidelines for over a year, but he returned to the racecourse in early August, riding 2 winners before the month's end.
Look, it's great. It means so much to me. I come back and the amount of winners I had since I came back, it's been a good achievement for me. I'm very happy with what I've done so far, you know.
The National Hunt Achievement Award went to John Kiley, who was feted for his handling of the bumper star, A Dream to Share. The evergreen handler from County Waterford had waited a long time for his first Cheltenham winner, but it was worth waiting for.
We always liked him, and after he won at the Dublin Festival, we thought he had every right to go to Cheltenham, and so JP bought him. And that was nice because when he buys a horse, he usually leaves it in the same stable. And that was fantastic for me, because if he was sold otherwise, he'd probably gone someplace else. So then he went to Cheltenham and he came through it and he got over and he came back and he won at Punchestown. So he was a dream of a horse, as he was named.
And a man who learned his trade from John Kiley, John Gleeson, won the Emerging Talent Award. His year was highlighted by that unbeaten run of A Dream to Share, who scored at 3 high-profile meetings: the Dublin Racing Festival, the Cheltenham Festival and the Punchestown Festival.
Very special. Obviously Cheltenham is a place I grew up watching, and it's where you want to ride the festival. It's so special, and to have a ride there, and let alone ride a winner, it was just incredible. And I still watch it back today, and disbelief really is the only word. You know, it was just incredible, and I get great joy and satisfaction watching it back. You know, it was just brilliant, a brilliant day. Yeah.
Barry O'Neill is the Point-to-Point Award winner after a thoroughly dominant season. A total of 64 winners saw Barry crowned champion rider for the 7th straight year. The Wexford jockey could boast a 33% strike rate for the season, and he too was honoured to accept his award.
Yeah, I had a great year, and it was brilliant. But look, all credit has to go to the people that are riding for the likes of Colin Bowen, David Christie, and all the team there. So yeah, so look, I'm glad to just be a small part of the team, I suppose.
A public vote determined the winner of the 2023 Ride of the Year, and the award goes to Amy Jo Hayes for her front-running display on Redstone Well in the 9-furlong Nasrullah handicap at Leopardstown in July. Davy Russell and Fran Berry nominated 6 rides, and Amy Jo's effort topped an online poll of over 2,600 votes by the narrowest of margins.
He's a horse that likes to dominate the pace, and as soon as he set that step forward, he did make it his business to make it forward. And he was probably the last horse off the bridle, and as soon as the other horses came around him to compete against him, he just hung on harder and just stayed on strong towards the line, and he done it in style. I just want to say a huge thank you to the HRI and to the awards, and to Danny O'Sullivan, who trained Redstone Well, and to the owners of Nora and Richard Ahern. A huge thank you for even believing me and giving me the opportunity to ride the horse.
The Irish Racing Hero Award recipient is Davy Russell. Davy undoubtedly is one of the all-time great national hunt jockeys. It was fitting that the 3-times Irish champion jockey should bow out at Aintree, having twice won the Grand National on Tiger Roll.
I suppose them long days and long evenings, and to get a bit of recognition at the end of it all is fantastic, it really is. When you have the backing with such a brilliant trainer like Gordon, it gives you huge confidence, and my wife was a big part in it as well. She was all for me coming back and finishing on a high, in which I did, which is really, of course, I should listen to her a little bit more.
Every year we have new people coming through, and we also recognise those that have given huge amounts across to the industry, and Davy Russell, no exception to that here this evening. It was great to see him getting recognised, and delighted with the spread of winners, you know, emerging talents, right up to seeing John Kiley win something. That really made the atmosphere very special, and you know, people had great warmth for the winners.
So a night to remember for the 11 award winners, some young, some old, but all worthy winners of their respective categories.